Hello and welcome back to Secret Tunnel Gluten-Free Baking, and with 4th of July just around the corner, I figured it would probably be best to make one of our most requested videos. That's right, we're doing burger buns, and as a bonus, I'm going to be showing off an entirely new product that's going to be wonderful for those summer evenings while also making a burger. Let's get into it. And here's everything you're going to need to make your very own gluten-free burger buns at home. 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1/3 cup of sugar, around a 1/2 cup of warm water, tablespoon of xanthan gum, 2 whole cups of Big Daddy Bob's gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour. We're gonna need a tablespoon of baking powder, and we're gonna need about a tablespoon of honey. Okay, to get started, just like any other recipe that we use yeast and proofing, we're gonna bloom the yeast first. The yeast goes in, followed by the tablespoon of honey. And of course, give that a stir. Now, in our KitchenAid with the dough hook, add your 2 cups of Big Daddy Bob's gluten-free 1-to-1 baking. Then go ahead and throw in your sugar. Then your xanthan gum, baking powder. This part's optional, but a little kosher salt for fun and flavor. Time to crack the eggies. And if you want, add just a little bit more honey for flavor. Go ahead and add in your bloomed yeast. Once it's done mixing, you should be left with a very soft and sticky dough. Okay, so our next step, we're gonna be kneading and portioning out this dough. So flour surface, get that dough on, and we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more flour if you need to, and give it a nice knead until it's all uniformly together in a ball. So once the dough is all the way together, I'm gonna portion this into 4 equal portions. Now, shaping these are easy, a little extra flour. You wanna give them a good knead, and you want to kind of like pull and tuck. And you kind of wanna just like continuously pull up, make a little tail, and then you go, burger bun. And now they're on a grease-lined tray. We're gonna go ahead and proof these for anywhere between 30 minutes to 60 minutes, or at least until they've doubled in size. Now that the bread's proofing, let's move on to the burgers. And here's everything you need to make your very own burger meat at home. Now, this entire video is brought to you by a third-party KitchenAid seller. Now, this is their meat grinding attachment. You can find it in my TikTok shop. But for meat-wise, don't use an expensive cut. This is an eye of round. This is one of the worst cuts of meat to use, but we're grinding meat, which is also why we're gonna be adding butter and bacon fat. So this is basically the anatomy of a meat grinder. You've got your arm, you've got your grinder, you've got your gauge, you've got your tightening bolt, you've got your blade, you've got something called the hopper, and this thing is basically just like a club used to push the meat down. Okay, so first things first, how do we assemble? Well, first we're gonna be taking our arm, okay? And then from there, we're going to be taking the grinding attachment, and we are going to just carefully put that in, make sure that the square attachment is in the bag. Now, from there, we're going to go take our blade. Now, this is very important. The blade side, right? You see how it's cut this way and it's smooth on the back? The blade side has to be facing inward, smooth side out to the back. We're then going to go ahead and take our gauge. This is going to be how finely ground and the size of our ground meat. We don't want too large, but we don't want it to be macerated either. And then from there, we're gonna take the fastening bolt, and we are going to just really, really tightly make sure that goes all the way on. Okay, so how do we get this into our KitchenAid? Well, this beautiful piece right here in this bolt, if you've always wondered what that's for, you can just unscrew that, take this off, and you can see exactly where the arm is actually gonna fit in. Now, from there, we just kind of finagle it around, get it fit in, tighten up that bolt. We take our hopper goes just on top like so. And there you go, the meat grinder attachment is ready to move. Now, like I said, I'm using an eye of round. This is just about under a pound. And all we're gonna do is cut this into roughly about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch cube. Okay. And there you go. As you can see, not too small, not too large. We want it to fit in the hopper, but we also don't want to make it way too small that it just gets completely macerated in the process. Now we just take that, load it into the hopper, turn it on to a 3, and just help push it down in. It's as easy as that. Now look at that beautiful ground meat. Now we're going to season this up really quick with just a little bit of salt, some black pepper. Personally, for me, I like a little kick in mine, so I'm going to do just a little bit of chili flake. And now what we're gonna do is mix this together, form our patties. Now all we gotta do is cover these bad boys up, set them in the fridge for at least 30 minutes so they re-solidify. Okay, it's been about half an hour. Our buns are fully doubled in size, so I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a wash with butter. and then into an oven at 375 for 20 minutes to start, and then check after every 3. So cook your burgers, you can grill them. I'm using a cast iron because it's raining out, but get that to a medium-high heat and add a little bit of olive oil. Once your pan is hot enough, we're gonna add our burgers in, lay them away from you. Okay, our buns are out of the oven, our cheese is now melting. Let's go just put the burger together and look at that amazing cross-section. And I mean, just look at how amazing that bun is. Let's put it together. Bam! There we go, burger complete. Now, let's get that cross-section. Guys, this is the best way to make gluten-free hamburger buns and homemade burgers at home. Links are in the shop, guys. Have a great holiday.